Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the reality era of WWE, and it's TEW 2016. We got Superstars and we got Smackdown today. Let's jump right into the B-Show Superstars. Let's see how things go. Alright, in a pre-show bout, we have a 10-man tag team action, so a lot of people there, a lot of different people. Hold on. Sorry, scratching my neck there. In a pre-show bout, Alexander Rusev, the Windy City and Dragon Aces defeat Damien Sandow, the American Wolves, in Crime Time when Tanahashi hits a Texas Cloverleaf to make Damien Sandow tap out. I believe this might be the first time Alexander Rusev is wrestling. He got a 27. I figured. I really don't know. It's the development. I can't wait for 2020 because I feel like developmental will make more sense. Here, it just doesn't make too much sense. It's like Alexander Rusev, he wasn't really that ready as like some other people could be considered ready were, and it was just like, nah, he's not ready yet, and it was just really weird. Let's see, the best match. Who had the best performance? I'm assuming it was Tanahashi. Yeah, it was Tanahashi. Colt Cabana got a good one with a 62. I'm sorry, that was pretty good. Damien Sandow, he used to get like 13s, so a 44 is good for him. But whatever. Let's get into the actual main show now. We have a brief segment where we have I don't know why this usually this gets like 100, but whatever. I guess you can't win them all. We got a short segment here of like a recap, SmackDown and Raw recapping, because technically this comes out after SmackDown now. So, we have that segment going on. And we get to the first match of the night. It's Rowan and Harper of the Wyatt family taking on the Hart Dynasty. The Hart Dynasty defeat them in about 6 minutes, 16 seconds when David Hart Smith gets a sharpshooter onto Luke Harper. They're showing good tag team chemistry. David Hart Smith, Tyson Kidd, they're pretty good. They're alright all together, and it's a pretty decent match. Then we have hyping up the NXT title match tonight. It's Xavier Woods, Douglas Williams, and Trent Beretta. We also throw Zack Ryder and Wade Barrett in there to show how this is like their feuds have interconnected a little bit. And that match is up next. And it gets a 63C. I figured it wouldn't do that great. In a poor match, Xavier Woods wins the NXT title when he hits Douglas Williams with a culture shock following interference from Zack Ryder. Before this, Wade Barrett had got a cheap shot in on Xavier Woods, while Xavier Woods benefits also from having a cheap shot by Zack Ryder, who gets a little bit of revenge. So both factions still warring, and now they've dragged the NXT title into it, but Xavier Woods is the new NXT champion. So I believe that would be the first new champion we've crowned in the series. Chris Jericho runs down his opponents for Money in the Bank. He pretty much analyzes each and every one of them while the Big Show stands there. Alex Riley, he already talked about, plus no one cares about. Sheamus is just a big lug, just a big guy who likes to fight, but he, probably can't even climb a ladder. He's so stupid. Daniel Bryan's a gifted athlete, but Chris Jericho beat him the first day in the company, so it doesn't even matter. R-Truth is just another guy who's irrelevant. The last time he got a title shot was, I believe, 2011. Yeah, it was 2011, Capital Punishment. No one even remembers that. And Alberto Del Rio was destined for great things. He's cashed in his Money in the Bank, but he lost it like the next month. So really, it's Chris Jericho's time to shine in this Money in the Bank match. Now, just to get some little heat on this segment. And then we have another segment in which we have Jinder Mahal is backstage with Shawn Michaels. And Jinder Mahal says he wants given a chance to wrestle Goldust for the Intercontinental title, and Shawn Michaels accepts. He's like, yeah, whatever, get out of my fucking face. So Jinder Mahal's getting he's getting a title shot on SmackDown, whatever. Who could, I'll remember it. And then we have oh, shit, I forgot to hit yes. We have the next match here. We have women's tag action. We have AJ Lee and the Gatecrashers. They defeat the Divas of Doom and Madison Lane when AJ pins Natalya with a Shining Wizard. AJ has pinned Natalya in this pretty good contest. Let's see. AJ Lee got a 79. Madison with a 91, Natalia 77. The main event's shaping up to be a pretty good match. I mean, obviously, Madison was head and shoulders above everyone else. But, you know, the ratings besides are good. The only real one dragging down was Velvet. But overall, good segment and good win for AJ heading into the pay-per-view. And finally, to end the show, we have CM Punk. He says, you know, there was personal reasons why I wasn't on the Raw this past week. 2 weeks, actually. And I understand the frustration with that, but you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. Open challenge tomorrow. Not for the title, of course. No one on the roster deserves the title. Open challenge, fight the champion on Raw next week. So if CM Punk lays down the law, he's having an open challenge to see who will non-title match. But, you know, just to get some action and just to prove to Rock that, you know, he's the better competitor. And, yes, we won't spoil who wins the show there. Let's see how the show did. We actually lost popularity in the show because apparently, see, I don't like that in this mod. It's like you can't even like use certain people, but whatever. We'll just gain them back later on. So, and now we have SmackDown. So I will see you guys all for SmackDown once I book that. Alright, everybody, we're here in SmackDown, and we have the SmackDown Live, Friday Night SmackDown from the Monda Center. I believe that's Portland, Oregon, if I remember correctly, that's where it said. We start up, and we have a generic little segment. I want to call it like a contract sign, but it's kind of like, you know, the generic, let's have a sit-down. So pretty much Madison Lane, Trish Stratus, who's the women's GM, Natalia, and AJ Lee, they all come out. And they all have like a sit-down meeting trying to just air grievances before this gets out of control. The segment pretty much, it's only like 5 minutes. It's pretty much just Madison Lane takes the mic, talks a bunch of shit, and then just AJ Lee and Natalia just kind of sock her in the face and force her to run out of the way. Pretty just opening segment just to kind of start the show and get some heat. And then we have a decent bout of wrestling. Jinder Mahal getting his Intercontinental title shot. Goldust having to defend it, the whole 30 days thing. Goldust makes the first defense. Hold on, wait. What the hell is the... I must have gotten the match wrong. I don't know what a manager's contract match is, but Goldust beats Jinder Mahal. You know, I don't think the match held it back any, so, you know, that's good. So there's that. And then we cut to Randy Orton. Randy Orton's kind of been left in the dust lately, and he's backstage, and he cuts a promo. You know, he says, you know, who is Randy Orton? He's the Viper. You know, the legend killer. You know, I've been left alone on SmackDown, and I've come to think of if my SmackDown career even is worth keeping. But all I have to say is that you should always watch out for Randy Orton, because you never know when you're going to get an RKO. Just a short little hype promo for Randy Orton. Wanted to get Randy Orton on the show. Let's see. And after that, we have a backstage confrontation between Mark Henry, Daniel Bryan, Alberto Del Rio, and Sheamus, 3 of the Money in the Bank participants. Alberto Del Rio starts off arguing with Daniel Bryan, who's holding his own. Mark Henry comes in saying he should have been the one to be in Money in the Bank. Sheamus finally coming in. They all get into a little tussle, and it ends with Sheamus and Alberto Del Rio having a match in our main event, which will be up. And then we have a, what's it called? Why are they all manager contract matches? I don't know why. So these are just singles matches. So hopefully, okay, so in this mod, what's it called? This mod, there's a lot of matches, and this has happened before I did it. What's it called? I'll just move on. So, Ryback beats Rusev. Rusev, you know, he takes it to Ryback, and they have great chemistry, and that's good. Ryback getting a 90, thank God. But, you know, after 10 minutes, you know, he hits him with the suplex power slam, and that's pretty much it for Rusev. But then The Undertaker comes out, and The Undertaker tries to play some mind games. He vanishes in the ring. Well, he starts off out of the ring, in the ring, and Ryback's just looking at him. Ryback doesn't really give a shit that, the Spooky McSpook Pants over here is doing some lightning. He just starts doing the Feed Me More chant. He does the Feed Me More chant, and then Undertaker raises a hand, and he does the knife across the throat, and then he disappears again, and Ryback still doesn't look really unfazed. So, two titans of the industry looking to clash at WrestleMania. Both streaks on the line. So we'll have to see how that is. And then we cut to that. A lot of angles this segment. I didn't really feel like booking matches. Christian and Dolph Ziggler, they literally... The segment literally starts, like, you just see backstage, and then you see, like, Dolph fly through the air and hit, like, a wall, and Christian try to spear him into it, and then he gets sidestepped, and they're just brawling. They're having their own little hardcore title match. In the back, it would have changed hands like 50 times. Thank God, like, the Iron Heavy Metalweight Championship wasn't there. Because these two guys they're brawling. Security has to rush in. This feud has gotten as personal as it can get. Where something needs to be done about it, honestly. You don't want this match to be, ruined by these two guys just beating the living shit out of each other. When then we go into our next segment. And we have, if you remember, we were supposed to have a tag title match, with the Kings of Wrestling and Insane. But before the match can even start, these two guys they rush in and they just start beating the living shit out of both of them. Like, they do these double team maneuvers. They're outnumbered, but you wouldn't think so. Like, they just start wailing these guys. They hit them with super moves and look pretty cool. But all in all, no one knows who these guys are, and they just came there, started beating the crap out of the tag champs and the challengers. What does this mean for WrestleMania? They walk off and they do the belt gesture, so clearly they want the belts. I mean, that's pretty obvious. But, again, who are these guys? What do they want? These mysterious men that you've never seen before, and their names have definitely been changed. Let's move on. We got a decent match, another pretty much jobber match between Layla and the recent call-up of Maxine. But during the match, Brie Bella runs in and attacks Layla, but, it's not enough for Maxine to not get pinned by Layla with the facelift. So the Bella's targeting Layla for some reason. Something's got to give, as the old song goes. How is this going to keep happening? There's pretty much chaos over SmackDown today. And then, though, they were supposed to be off screen. We're just hyping Alberto Del Rio, Sheamus. The main event is our next match here, which gets a 94. Kind of wanted it. I wanted to get a little bit better, but 94 is still damn good. And Alberto Del Rio actually, he gets. What the hell? What did I do? I keep messing up these matches. So, in just a regular singles match, I don't even know what a copyright match is. He beats him with a guideline strike on Sheamus' YouTube channel. Now he gets the Shining Enziguri. And he gets the win. He gets the win in about 22 minutes. And that's how we end the show, although there is a post-show segment. We get just a decent little tag team match between Miami Vices and two local talents, with the local talent actually getting the win. The local talent did pretty good, 88-79. We should probably sign them. Those guys kind of look familiar, but I don't really know where they're from. If I had to put my finger on it, I just don't know where those guys are from. So let's end the show, see how we did. 94A, really good, really good, really good. These dumb matches, god damn it. But matches aside, really good SmackDown, really fun. We had a tag team debut. Maybe we'll hear from them on Raw. Spoiler alert. Yeah, I'll see you guys for Raw next week.